Alright you pelicans, HBO promised us that this new Harry Potter series would be a 100% faithful adaptation, so I've already gone through the trailer frame by frame, and they're bloody lying to us. Lying? What do you want about, mate? Don't tell me they made Dumbledore a TikTok influencer or something. Worse, mate, instead of using John Williams' iconic score, they've swapped it out for what sounds like a generic royalty-free trailer track they bought off Envato.com for $3 bloody bucks. Wait, did they actually use a royalty-free track? It might as well be, mate. It sounds like the background music from one of those crappy mobile game ads where you shoot hordes of soldiers on a bridge while some anime chick with big knockers eggs you on from the bottom of the screen. That was weirdly specific, and I know exactly the type of games you're on about. So grab a cold one, because today we're breaking down this whole trailer so that I can show you how HBO is trying to pull your bloody leg. Alright, let's do it, I'm excited. So the trailer opens on some depressing shots of the Dursley household. Okay, well that's not a very exciting start so far. Yeah, I know, the director Mark Mylod specifically said they were going for a realistic and grounded Harry Potter this time around, and looking at this depressing shot of Vernon reading a paper, they've definitely nailed how depressing it is to be a dad in 2026. Yeah, true. I do love that they're spending more time showing Harry's miserable life in the real world before we find out he's a wizard though. Well yeah mate, but they're taking this realism a bit too far, because next we see Hazza getting bullied at school, and then we see Aunt Petunia berating him like she's one of those vegans who walks into KFC covered in blood, and then she threatens him with a sharp pair of scissors. Jesus Christ. Although, to be fair, getting bullied at a public school or threatened with a pair of scissors or a machete is a highly accurate portrayal of life in the UK today. Yeah, true. You're not wrong there. But then, just when you think they're fully committing to the grounded UK realism take, they completely shatter that illusion in the very next scene. Oh, snap! Do we get to meet Hagrid? We sure do, mate, except he doesn't sound like Hagrid at all. He sounds like Nick Frost in a really itchy fake wig.
They were funny and clever.
Yeah, that does look itchy. I do love Nick Frost though, right? He's the best. But this is where HBO is lying to you again, about it being realistic and grounded. What do you mean? Well, there's absolutely no way you can ride the London Underground without at least one homeless bloke taking a piss in the corner or harassing someone for spare change. That's a fair point actually. It's suspiciously clean, right? And here's my other big concern with this whole opening sequence. We seem to be spending a lot of time in the Muggle world before we even get a sniff of a bloody magical castle. Well, yeah, they have to set up the story, don't they? Mate, in the original movie, we don't even get to Hogwarts for the first 40 minutes. So if we don't arrive at Hogwarts till the end of the first episode, and it's left as a massive cliffhanger just to string us along, I'm gonna be mega pissed. Oh god, they're totally gonna do that, aren't they? That's just classic streaming model pacing. You bloody know it, mate. But thankfully the trailer finally moves on to King's Cross Station, where we get a shot of Harry sitting on the Hogwarts Express being an absolute creep. A creep? What do you mean? He's just looking out a window. Mate, he's staring dead-eyed through the glass at Mrs. Weasley hugging her son. He's an orphan, mate. He's just longing for a mother's touch. No, he's not, mate. He's thinking, I bet he got to suck on those big old honkers when he was a baby. Jesus Christ, he's definitely not thinking that. Well, maybe not, but he is heavily implying it. Anyways, then we get the iconic shot of the Hogwarts Express pulling into the station at night. Impressive. So far, this show looks like it's been beautifully shot though. It sure does, mate. And then we get to see Hagrid leading the first years up to the castle through the forest, which is a little bit weird that the kids just follow some strange man who isn't even a teacher into the dark woods at night. Like, haven't they ever heard of stranger danger? Wait, aren't they supposed to cross the lake in those little rowboats? Yeah, apparently Hogwarts finally got hit with a workplace health and safety lawsuit. Turns out putting a bunch of 11-year-olds in a dodgy wooden boat on a freezing black lake with a giant squid was a terrible idea. I wonder how many kids died before they changed that policy. It's got to be millions at this point. Millions! Anyways, next up we see the giant doors open and they walk into the Great Hall, and we get our very first close-up of the Sorting Hat. Oh man, the nostalgia is hitting hard now. Nah mate, that's probably acid. I spiked your drink earlier. What? Why would you do that? I have a job interview after this. Good luck with that one. So next up we hear Ollivander doing a classic trailer voiceover line, and he says,
I think we can expect great things from you.
That gave me chills, I'm not gonna lie. That's probably just the acid. Anyways, next we get a massive montage of life at Hogwarts, and that dodgy $3 Envato score kicks in again big time. Awesome, the new classrooms and the common room, they look great. They sure do, mate. We also get our first look at the new Draco Malfoy. And I gotta say, the casting here is absolutely perfect. Really? You think so? Oh yeah, mate. He looks like an absolute twat. He looks like one of those kids on the train that listens to their music through their speaker instead of their headphones. You just want to punch him in his stupid little face. Yeah, true. He's got got the haircut and everything. I'm sure the actor is nice though. Tom Felton was a legend. What? Is he dead? Nah, I meant when he was playing the role, but it did kind of sound like he was dead, didn't it? Yeah, that was weird. You completely threw me off with that one. So anyways, then we see Hazza and Ronno unrolling a package to reveal Hazza's brand new Nimbus 2000. Awesome, that's the Nimbus that McGonagall gets him, isn't it? It sure is, mate, which was a pretty up thing to do, if I'm honest. What do you mean? She was being nice. The dude literally has a subterranean vault at Gringotts Bank, stacked to the ceiling with gold coins. He could have easily afforded to buy it himself. Meanwhile, his best mate Ron is standing right next to him wearing second-hand robes that smell like an old cat's menstrual fluid. Gross. But instead, a teacher just uses school funds to buy a billionaire orphan, the magical equivalent of a Ferrari. The whole system is bloody rigged. Jesus, when you put it like that, Hogwarts is pretty corrupt. You better believe it, mate. So next up, we get a shot of Hazza marching out in his Gryffindor Quidditch uniform, looking like he's about to drop an exclusive sportswear collab with Nike, followed by a bunch of rapid-fire shots of him just having a laugh with his mates in the snow. Looks pretty wholesome. Yeah, it's pretty adorable. We even get old mate Hagrid making a snow angel. Wait, that never happened in the book. It sure didn't, mate. Yet another reason this grounded, realistic, and faithful adaptation of the books is completely full of Anyways, then we finally get our first look at the heavy hitters, the new Hogwarts staff. We get a shot of John Lithgow's Dumbledore. He is just gonna nail this role, I can tell. Who else do we see? Well, this is the thing. We need to have a serious chat about the Yassification of Severus Snape. Yassification? I have no idea what that means. What do you want about? Mate, look at him. In the books, he's described as having sallow skin, a massive hooked nose, and greasy long hair. Yeah, but Alan Rickman didn't exactly look like a bridge troll either. That's exactly my point. First they cast Rickman, who, let's be honest, absolutely nailed that role, even if he didn't look like the character. And now we get Papa Asiadu in his bloody dreadlocks. So, what's your point? He looks like a good-looking backup dancer in a rap video. What will Snape look like in the next incarnation? A bloody OnlyFans model? Okay, I see your point now. We're getting further and further away from the character. Right, but it's not just the teachers that are off in this version, because the way the main trio are acting is completely out of pocket. But the casting for the main trio looks spot on. Yeah, they're all doing a great job, sure. But look at this final scene right at the end of the trailer, where the three of them are meeting on the Hogwarts Express.
Are you really Harry Potter?
I thought it was funny. Funny. Mate, he's making a bomb noise about the exact spot on Hazza's head where a magical noseless Hitler tried to assassinate a baby right after he brutally murdered both of his parents in front of him. Oh yeah, when you put it like that, it's a bit insensitive, isn't it? That would be like going up to Bruce Wayne and making a pew pew noise while dropping a pearl necklace on the floor. I'm surprised you didn't make a dirtier joke about pearl necklaces. It was heavily implied. Anyway, speaking of let's look at the very end of the trailer. The title card drops and says Christmas 2026. Hell yeah, best Christmas present ever. I'm hyped for that. I thought it wasn't even coming out till next year. Well, don't get too excited, mate. Remember, this is a modern streaming platform we're talking about here. I guarantee you they're gonna pull some Stranger Things season 5 pull some crooked ass release schedule. Ugh, I hate when they do that. They'll probably drop part 1 on Christmas and then part 2 on New Year's Eve and then part 3 the next year when the world has already been destroyed by World War III. And each chunk of episodes will get progressively worse and lead to an incredibly disappointing and unsatisfying conclusion. Yeah, that's right, just like your sex life. Hey! So what did you actually think of the trailer? I bloody loved it, didn't I? Yeah, me too. Except for the music. That sounded like a toilet being flushed with 3 thick turds in it. Oh, come on, man. Anyways, that's it. Let me know what you thought about the trailer down below in the comments. Now piss off, video's over.